In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a schedule and live like a wealthy woman who has time and who has money in her bank. Hey, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, please make yourself at home. My name is Supriya. I'm a self-mastery coach helping leaders level up, unlock their next level for their ideal business and life. If you end up learning something in this video, do let me know through a comment or a like or a subscribe. But also, if you like the content and you want to go deeper, come and join our private group, which is linked below in the description section. And if you're thinking about working with a coach in the new year, then go ahead and book in a free clarity call. Again, link is in the description box below. And this is where you get to find out for free what it is like to work with a coach for your goals. So this week's video, my friend, is all about creating that ideal schedule for you where you'll feel like you've created time for what really matters to you. If you missed last week's video, from last week's content I shared on the power of prioritization. It's a very weak muscle in a lot of us, especially women, and that's why it's a crucial thing that you know that this is also a skill that you need to develop on the journey of leveling up. And yes, we hear these words, but do we know how to implement it? And that's my intention for you today, that you actually know and have a strategy in place to implement to strengthen your prioritization muscle. All right, so how I'm going to do this with you today is a little bit different to how I do it normally. I'm going to just share with you some notes. Look, a warning about this video today is that this video and creation process is not for normal people. Normal people won't do this with their time. They won't create a schedule. Normal people are always busy. Normal people hardly have any time for themselves. Only wealthy people live like this because wealthy women have a strong sense of worth for their time and self. And that's why I follow wealthy women, because I understand what they did to make themselves wealthy. And that is, they started to value their time and their energy. So the wealthy women that I get mentored by, and my coaches are Denise Duffield-Thomas and Remy Pearson, they're women that have made it from scratch to multi-million-dollar businesses, right? And they all have big responsibilities. Denise has 3 kids and a husband and everything. So if you're thinking that, oh, but you know, I have a family, oh, but I'm single, oh, but this and that, my sweetheart, believe me, you've got to see how it's done. And this is why it is really important you find mentors, you find the help that you need to come out of your thinking, to start living like a wealthy woman, to become wealthy, if that is one of your goals. But if you want to be normal and you want to be always running low on time and energy and all sorts of other things that you don't want in your life, then this is not the video for you. So shall we move on? So I want to just let you know, stay for extraordinary results. If you're going to watch this, this is for achieving extraordinary results. So what is step 1? Step 1 is find clarity. Step 2 is track and sort. And step 3 is create the schedule. So remember, the whole point we're doing this for is to create a schedule that you'll actually stick to. And for that reason, you have to have clarity about yourself and why it is that you need this schedule. So some questions that you need to ask yourself are these. Question number 1, what is that big vision that you're working towards in 12 months' time? And the reason why we say you need to set a 12-month goal, and a lot of people that I've met on my journey cannot set a 12-month goal right off the bat, is because they've just never found it that they've been successful with goal achievement. So if that is you, then you definitely can work with a coach. I can help you to work out, to get to the level where you can set long-term goals. And I'm seeing results with a lot of my clients who, first of all, started off with, oh, I would rather set a short-term goal like 3 month, 6 month, But now, after doing a few sessions, they're like, okay, now I can see how I can achieve more. And that's where they get to set bigger goals, bigger visions, right? So anyway, you need to work that out for yourself. It is, where are you in 12 months' time? How are you seeing your life, right? What's your lifestyle like? What are you doing with yourself? What sort of impact are you making in life, in your family, workplace, business? How much money do you have in your account, right? So this is all a big vision for you. You need to work that out. Once you know that, now you get to ask, what will you do with more time right now? So coming back to the present moment, what is it that you're going to do with that time that you'll create or save? So is it for a skill that you want to develop? Like, example, myself, I'm going to create a habit of learning to swim again. Maybe it's a hobby, relaxation, quality time with your partner, kids, other people, business activities, coaching, starting that side hustle. What will you do with more time? You need to figure that out. Even if it is just 1 hour a week, what will you do with that time? So you need to have that clarity as well. Question number 3 is, what will it mean for you in terms of your self-esteem and well-being in a month if you started this? If you started giving yourself like 1 hour a week to do that thing, then what will that mean for you in terms of self-esteem and personal power? Imagine that for yourself. How are you speaking to yourself? How are other people speaking to you? How are you thinking daily? How are you feeling? So if that is the case in 1 month, then how will it look in 6 months? And you keep going, 12 months. And just by getting started, imagine that 12-month version of yourself if you had this time to do this thing that is aligned to your big vision. Got it? Now, don't try and analyze this too much. Just answer these questions and move on. Question 4, can you see right now, what is it costing you that you're not doing this, right? Can you see what it does for you emotionally, mentally, and money-wise, energy-wise, now that you're not doing anything about it? You're not saving that time. You're not spending that time on things that really matter to you. Can you see what it's costing you, right? So this is the clarity you need to reach to be able to move forward. Okay, if you don't do this part, what will happen is you'll again try and think like your old self, who will try and create a schedule, but then they won't stick to it. They have no reason to stick to that plan. Other things will seem very exciting to you then. You'll have shiny object syndrome. You'll get distracted. This happens to all of us, and that's why we need to have clarity about why it is that we are doing something. What will it bring to us? And what does it mean if I don't do it? What does it mean if we don't do it? Cool. Step 2 is track and sort. We all get 24 hours in a day. Let's become aware of what we're doing with our 24 hours so that we know how it's getting used right now. The big idea with this is not about fitting in more, rather saving time. So there's a couple of steps, and do this completely diligently. Step number 1 is become aware of all your activities for 7 days straight. If you don't have a good memory, don't do it for last week. Just start from today and then finish up 7 days later, and then do step 2, which is sort all the activities into 2 categories: time giving and time taking. The time giving activities are everything that is moving you toward your 12-month goal, and time taking activities are everything that is moving you away from your 12-month goal. Okay. Now, if you have any questions about this, there's bound to be some confusion or another. Please don't feel shy. Please ask questions, put it in the comments below, and let's get a conversation going. Step 3 is schedule, creating that schedule. Write down all the time-giving activities that must happen in your week, and then you'll have your availabilities left for anything extra. That's the idea. So I'm going to show you an example of my schedule, what that looks like. And then what you can also do is you can also use my template if you felt like that's what you want to do. And if you can see this, right? I also like plan my week with the moon cycles, and the theme helps me better manage my energy. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wake up time. And I've got reminders of what has to happen, will always happen. These are my time-giving activities, right? And then everything else gets put into these columns. And I'll keep this video really simple just to show you what this looks like for your own reference. And I will also put a link to this schedule template in this video so you can copy and create your own. So that is what that schedule will look like for you as well when you actually create yours, right? The reason why mine is color-coded is it's another layer of scheduling, which is connected to my whole year's plan. So I've again modeled Sam Ovens with his war map calendar, which just shows a high-level view of exactly what availabilities I'll have throughout the year. So as you know, you might know that I'm creating a Facebook group. So for that, I've got to show up regularly. Then I show up monthly with my monthly webinars where I run free training. So I'll be showing up there. My group coaching program, we run a live session every month starting from January. So the Empowered You program, that'll have one monthly live coaching session, which is, I'm going to show up there. So these are activities that will require me to show up live, and I need to have a bigger view, like a wider view about how I'm going to show up with my time, because all of these require preparation, delivery, and then post-delivery work. That side of it is my business side. Now, my personal side, my personal development, I spend time with mentors, my coaches, and I also do networking. And I also run the Shiro Symposium, which will take a lot of preparation time as well for March. So a lot of this has to happen, and I need to have a big eagle-eye view over my whole year so that I can say yes and no accordingly, or reschedule or delay accordingly. Anyway, that's the next level. When you're running your business based on what you've planned for the whole year, then you create a bigger view like that, which is your yearly calendar. And what the War Map calendar is really just a really simplified version that Sam Ovens uses. And if you'd like a copy or a link to that, I'd love to share that with you. Just let me know via a comment below, and I'd love to share that with you. It's on YouTube. Okay, so now, what's coming up for you? Let me know. What are you thinking about creating your schedule? Now, some of you might think that this is good if you have a business, and this is not good if you don't have a business. So if you're not running a business, but you are someone's employee, the same thing applies to you, which is, what is your vision in 12 months' time for yourself? With the time that you will have. Even if you are working full-time, what do you do in your time that makes you, right? What is your life all about? It can't be just work. So my business is not my life. My business is an extension of me, but it is also a lifestyle business. So I live a lifestyle based on that, and I have a whole lot of fun doing it. So what is that for you? You've got to figure that out, right? Otherwise, time is ticking for everybody, and you don't have to sacrifice yourself to be able to be successful someday. A lot of people have realized this. And very recently, we had the pandemic. We realized how quickly everything can change. And you realize, damn, what did I do this year? What did I really make out of my time? We lost 2 years in lockdown. So it brings about this sense of, well, my time has to mean more than just going to work and raising a family and, you know, collecting accolades. There has to be something else that is bringing meaning to you. It doesn't have to be more work. It should be all about you feeling fulfilled and at your best. That is the whole vision for all of us. Because if you're not living your dream, then why are you living? Isn't it? That's the big question. So my friend, I hope you found this useful. Now, I want you to go and watch last week's video if you haven't watched it. And next week, I'll be bringing to you how to reflect on the year so that you can create bigger, better goals. And also, I would love to invite you to the next webinar, which is going to happen just a day before the new moon, 22nd of December. And we're going to dive deeper into one area of the goal setting formula and really nut out what goals to set in that area. I'm going to show you how to set specific goals for you. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know via a comment, like, share, and share it with somebody that you care about. See you next week.